Hello, and thank you for joining me for our Sunday morning lead-in. I want to say an early happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. I know it's Friday and not yet Mother's Day. I'll say the same thing to you on Sunday, but we are going to be continuing our study about the gifting of the Holy Spirit, and so I wanted to use this time to say a few things about being a mom. Being a family in Sonoma County over the last couple of years has been anything but easy. I mean, we had fires, and then we had floods, and then we had more fires. I mean, really, it's like when they told us to wear masks, everyone pretty much just went out to their garage and grabbed the mask. So many things have become not normal, but something we're used to. And to a degree, we have this mentality that says, okay, what's next? Bring it on. And I have that mentality too, as long as we're not talking about murder hornets. I want nothing to do with murder hornets. Now that we've got that cleared up, we are in a magical time where through social distancing and quarantine, our families have all been cooped up in the house together for months now. I mean, we've been able to spend extra special family time together. And if your family is like mine, Nisha and I are still working full time while all this has been going on. And on top of that, we're supposed to homeschool our kids. Now, the teachers have been great and they've done a really wonderful job of facilitating our kids' education, and I'm thankful for them. I'm still able to come into the building and to do all of the social media work and writing and video and all that kind of stuff, which leaves Nisha at home. She's not able to go to her office, so we set up a very private home office in our family room where she can take care of the dogs, where she can help the boys with their homeschooling, where she can generally just take care of everything. Oh, and did I mention that it's budget season and she's trying to get a $20+ million budget together, and the state is cutting things left and right? And Jed just wants to know over and over again if he can play Roblox. Nisha will be the first to tell you that she's not doing it all on her own, that I'm helping her out, and that's just because she loves me, but I'm no dummy. I know who is carrying the weight in our home right now. And I can remember a time when many of us used to think that it would be so great to have time to spend just us and our families. And now we keep telling ourselves how great it is to have this opportunity to spend so much time together and to get to be together all day, every day, day after day. But it's kind of like the difference between, choosing to stay home and lounge around because you want to, and having to stay home because you have the flu and it hurts to move. And no matter what the scenario, none of us imagined that the entire world would be shut down while we were all spending this quality time together. It's a weird world. I think that we envisioned something different for what family time and quality time would look like. Something that would fill us up and rebuild us and give us strength to go another day. But instead we found that all of this time that we have together and the stress of everything that is going on has made it a struggle. So moms, I want you to know something this morning because I think it's important for you to hear. Sometimes a storm is in fact a storm. And sometimes things are difficult because they are, in fact, difficult. And you may be tired and frustrated and even feel like you are failing in some way. Because let's just be real, there are so many balls that we have to keep up in the air that ultimately it feels like something has to drop, that we can't keep going the way it is. Well, I want you to know that it's okay to be tired and frustrated. It's okay to feel like something's going to drop. It's even okay to feel like you've messed up on something. One of my favorite mom verses in the Bible comes from Proverbs chapter 6, verses 20 through 22. And here's what the writer says: "My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Bind them always on your heart, fasten them around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. And when you sleep, they will watch over you. When you awake, they will speak to you." I love this verse for so many reasons, but one of the main ones is how it contrasts the father with the mother. The father gives commands while the mother teaches. And the child is to obey the father's commands, but is to remember his mother's teaching. And one of the things that I love about this is that it does perfectly capture, in some ways, the dynamic that I know was true in my house growing up, and it might be true in yours now, where dads are pretty good at telling their kids what to do. And I know that dads are also teachers, but moms have something special to teach their kids, and I think that they have a special way of teaching it to them. And it's on that note that I want to tell you a little bit about my mother. My mom is a funny woman. I did not realize how funny she was until I came back home to visit after going to college. And she was cracking me up left and right. And I thought to myself, who is this woman that's telling jokes nonstop? Mom's got jokes. Now, you could say that the weight of having me and my two sisters at home going through high school leached all the humor out of her life, which maybe is true. I would rather think that my mom had always been funny, and for some reason, I just never noticed. My mom genuinely makes me laugh pretty much every time I talk to her. Now, here's why that's so important, and here's what I have learned from that. My mom has taught me that sometimes things are going to hurt, but all you can do is press on. My mom was first diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis nearly 60 years ago. She has always been a strong woman, and in many ways has been the glue that has helped keep our family together. In the past, probably, 5 to 10 years though, she's had all kinds of ailments and accidents. Several Christmases ago, she fell and broke bones in one foot and bones in the ankle on the other side. When Jed was born, she hurt so bad in her back that she couldn't make the trip from Fresno to Antioch to see him. She fell at our house in Antioch while visiting one time and broke her leg in multiple places. The last 2 years, she's had to deal with more broken bones and more health problems. And if that wasn't enough, she also started to go blind. She has macular degeneration, so she can't see things very well. And all of this has been the most difficult period of adjustment for both my mom and my dad. And it's been a huge stress and worry in my family. It's hard to watch someone you love go through something like this. And during this time of quarantine, she has found herself living in a new place by herself, unable to see my dad, unable to see her kids, her grandkids, most of the time unable to even leave her room. I've also watched my mom deal with the loss of her best friend, her sister, and other family struggles. And my mom deals with depression just like I do. She gets down. She struggles with how she feels and struggles when life throws things her way. And we've had a lot of conversations where she has cried and she has shared her hurts with me. But in all of these things, my mom has never given up. She has despaired, and at times she's even lost sight of hope, but she's never stopped being who she is. And what has amazed me in recent months is that we'll talk and she will share a deep concern. She will talk about how difficult things are. And then she will do the most wonderful thing. And it's unexpected every time, though I don't know why. She'll crack a joke. She'll make fun of herself. She'll laugh at the position she's in. She'll say something that strikes her as funny and just start giggling. And she has done this almost every time we've talked, no matter what's been going on or how deep the struggle is. And somehow in the middle of all of this, she will remind herself that she is loved by her God and by her family. And she'll laugh at the absurdity of the position she's in. Here's what I've learned from my mom through all of this. Do the best you can. And try to let go of the things that you can't do anything about. Looking back, I think this is one of the greatest examples that my mother has given me, and something that I have really seen materialize in recent years. I have seen her have to give up control of her situation to my dad, to her family, to the doctors that she's worked with, but ultimately to God. And the thing about it is, though she has struggled with what's gone on, in the end, in any conversation, sometimes it's just happening moment to moment, she tries to find her way back to blessing. And she tries to find her way back to knowing that God is good and in control and is still loves her and is watching over her. And in the end, when she does that and struggles with that, she laughs. She laughs at herself. She laughs at the absurdity of her situation. She laughs at the smallest things and about how life has changed and how crazy things are. I want to encourage you to do the same thing, to do the best you can, to let go of the things that you can't control, to trust God in the middle of chaos, and to laugh. Laugh at your mistakes. Laugh when things are absurd. Laugh at how crazy the world has become, and then get up to face another day. My mom used to wake us up in high school by coming in and singing a song, and what my mom used to like to do, because she had arthritis everywhere, is she would finger dance. So whether she was driving in the car or poking in her head, she would move her arthritic fingers back and forth like this. So Mom, this is for you. And this is the way you woke us up every morning. And it's something I want to remember right now. So rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. I love you, Mom. I appreciate all the moms in my life. You are a blessing from God, and we're thankful for you.